Okay, so I guess we're done with the edits then.
Yeah, should we do a sound check?
Wait, let me put my headphones on. All set.
Cool. Here we go.
We the change, be the change, see the change. We the change, speak the change, be the change, see the change.
Kashmir hum shani chukse, shamh ke path prazlum chukse. Kashmir hum shani chukse.
Hey, I'm Saqib and she's Beena. Both of us were a part of the 5-month-long Goal Kashmir Youth Leaders Fellowship Program at Mercypur, Kashmir. And here we are making the most significant change video wherein we, the beneficiaries of the project, get to tell our own story and share our experience and perspectives on the project back to Mercypur. Wow, we have come such a long way, haven't we?
Yeah, unbelievable, right? I mean, when we first came in, we were practically strangers. All of us in the conference room at the Mercypur office. You remember the first orientation session?
Yeah, and all the sessions after that. I mean, we attended training sessions together, participated in group activities, and also implemented projects together. I mean, we have literally become this huge happy family.
Yeah, and even the Mercy Corps staff. I mean, not only have we developed such close friendships with them, but also they have been such an inspiration throughout. And for that matter, everyone who was a part of the fellowship, right?
Yeah, and working with all the fellows has been such a huge learning experience. During the course of the fellowship, we could clearly see change, not just in ourselves, but in all the fellows.
Yeah, we've become much more responsible to everything that's happening around us.
And we now believe that we can be the agents of change in Kashmiri society at large.
Exactly, and we have so many stories to share about how change is visible in all the fellows. This video is about that, and in it you'll get to see how this fellowship has made a difference in the lives of Kashmiri youth and how it has encouraged them to stand up for the causes that they believe in.
We therefore share with you a similar story.
We the change, be the change, see the change.
Haika Shabir was one of the beneficiaries of the Goal Fellowship Program, and here we are at Haika's school where she is addressing her schoolmates. Let's go inside and have a look.
The change, be the change, see the change. We the change, be the change, see the change. We the change, speak.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haika, as many of you may know, and I'm a student here at Kokibag. So today I'm going to share some experience about Goal Fellowship Program. Goal, which means generating opportunities for advancing leadership, was conducted here by Mercypur, Kashmir. Before I joined this fellowship, I was a type of reserved, shy girl. Many of you are. I was afraid of speaking in front of people, whether it be friends, families, relatives, or whosoever it may be. Maybe it was because of lack of self-confidence that I had. So I desperately needed to get out of this ghetto situation because I was the eldest of my two sisters and I had to be an inspiration to them. Plus, having no brother figure was like I had many responsibilities and to be a mentor to my sisters. So I joined this fellowship, but I did not know that it could help me so much. On the very first day of the fellowship program, we were all encouraged to speak, tell them about ourselves, and plus the purpose that we had joined this fellowship for. And for me, the purpose was that I had to gain the self-confidence that I had lost somewhere inside me. This was the first time that I was out of my house, so my parents had trust. They let me out of this house, and maybe I was worth it because I wanted to get out of this. So this fellowship has brought a great change in me because the trainers were so awesome. They just taught us that how to think strategically, how to assess a situation properly by taking a course of action. They told us that leaders are not specified, they're not born leaders. Leaders are in everyone inside us, whether it be boy or girl, whatever it may be. But they're inside us. We have to just dig deep to get them out. They taught us that effective leaders, negotiators, communicators, review, adapt, and learn continuously. They manage the realities they face very boldly and clearly. So that is why they are called leaders. I personally recommend you all to join these kinds of fellowships. Because whether you want to be a doctor, author, engineer, whatever you want to be, you have to negotiate, communicate, and lead yourself and your society to a better tomorrow. Because it's like every time we step out of our house, we have great big challenges to overcome. And I think everyone here can accept a challenge, but without clear goals and confidence, no one can accomplish your dreams. And moreover, learning is a journey that never ends. Thank you. What are your future plannings? Are you going to follow the path fellowship program has provided you with, or are you going to follow any other path? Actually, fellowship has not created a path, it has only guided us, and I would like to create my own path and walk on it.
Haika, you right now said that when we are going for a change, we have to start from ourselves. So, as an individual, what you are taking steps to change your society, or you are taking a step like Panin Pehchaan, in which you are saving your culture and all that. Individually, what you are taking these steps towards your culture?
As a person, I am changing my language to Kashmiri in the house because I never used to speak in Kashmiri. It was only Urdu, like many of you. I am changing my language to Kashmiri and starting wearing fairan from now. During the fellowship, I was constantly supported and encouraged by my school, especially by my principal. Therefore, I would like to introduce you to my principal, Mrs. Gulshan Sangeem.
I am glad that Haika has gone through this fellowship, and I can see the tremendous change she has ever since she has been part of this fellowship. She has become now more confident as a person. People have the potential to bring about a positive change in the society, hence they should be encouraged to participate in these initiatives, and so that they can express their ideas and work towards the betterment of society.
Even after the Gold Fellowship has ended, the fellows have not stopped working on the causes that they believe in. They have moved forward and carried the Gold legacy with them by working on a number of initiatives they had identified during the course of the fellowship.
Here we have with us some of the Gold Fellows who have been working on such issues in order to create a better Kashmir. Let's have a look what they have been up to.
During these trainings, we have met so many like-minded fellows who didn't want to end the journey with the implementation of the two projects. Rather, we have the desire and passion to work for the other issues of Kashmiri society as well. One of the main issues which we all feel emotionally connected to was the plight of lepers in Kashmir. There, as you can see, the leper colony of Kashmir, it has been ostracized by the society, and they live in a secluded island by the Nagin Lake. Now, the primary aim of this initiative is the social integration of lepers into the society so that they get larger acceptability among the general masses. We aim to continue to work for the lepers to give them a life of dignity.
Another initiative that we as Gold Fellows have taken is to try to eliminate the rising drug abuse in Valley. Even though it doesn't seem to be a bigger problem, but if awareness is not created in Kashmir, it can become a bigger problem. As we Gold Fellows have already started to work in this regard, we did a day-long brainstorming session in which we invited people from different sections of society to discuss about the possible action ideas to tackle the problem.
Keeping this in mind, the initiatives that we have taken up or the ones we will be taking up in future, they wouldn't have been possible without the trainings from Mercy Corps Kashmir. We were a group of 200 Kashmiri youth who were trained at Mercy Corps Kashmir, and now we have become a kind of family, and we don't want to stop here. We are trying to bring about change in our Kashmiri society, and in order to implement in a more effective way, we want to impart these trainings to other sections of society, like the children from different educational backgrounds, educators, businessmen, or even religious leaders, so that they can benefit from them as we did.
For these initiatives and many other such initiatives to succeed, we are planning to create a think tank where we can identify and study and subsequently solve the problems that we face as a society together.
One of the most important aspects of Goal were the training sessions and the learning experiences that us fellows derived from it. The Goal project identified and selected more than 200 Kashmiri youth from across the Kashmir Valley. Structured as a fellowship program that combined expert-delivered training workshops, dialogue and problem-solving sessions, and practical leadership opportunities and experiences for the participating youth, the project aimed to equip these youth with critical leadership and life skills such as strategic negotiation and communication, critical thinking and creative problem solving, adaptive leadership processes and models,
and project management and collective action-taking skills.
The program helped young people explore the practical questions and issues related to processes of leading and sustaining change in their own context and provided useful skills, tools, and practical experiences in the form of youth-led projects and initiatives that gave participating youth an opportunity to put these skills, concepts, and their own ideas and imagination to test.
This intensive program was designed to inspire and support the participating youth to begin and sustain their journeys on the path of leadership and responsibility taking in their personal and professional lives and be change agents in the Kashmiri society.
One such example is Wijdan Kausa, and we're at his house at the moment to see how this fellowship is helping him. Tell us, Wijdan, now that the fellowship has ended, what changes do you see in yourself?
It seems like the change is magically happening in me. You know, I'm feeling so changed, like my behavior of talking, my talking to you, talking in groups and negotiation and all. Many skills have been improved in myself. On the first day of our fellowship program, I mean on the orientation session, I had to introduce myself to as little as 30 people, and I was so worried that time, as if I have to speak to a huge audience. But alhamdulillah, after completing the fellowship, I spoke to more than 1,000 people at 3 different occasions. And the best part is I was not at all edgy or nervous throughout my speech.
And how have the skills you learned helped you?
Skills have been of great help, immense help. I have already started using the skills in my day-to-day life, maybe at times of business deals or other, in such cases, the personal matters. In fact, it has also helped me in my career. We got a chance to make a documentary on the dying lakes of Kashmir Valley during the implementation of a project. And that was a real experience for me. As being a mass comm student, you need to add more and more to your experience, and experience is what matters. And that's how this fellowship program has helped me. In fact, it has already started showing its results, and I recently got admitted in one of the top schools of media studies.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And I feel like all youth and all other people should be a part of such fellowship programs. I really hope Mercy Corps Kashmir offers youth with such great programs in future also.
Definitely, I completely agree with you, and parents need to be supportive as well.
Parents need to be supportive, it's must. It's my parents have been of great help and great support. They have always supported me throughout the 6 months of the project. Some days during the implementation of project, during the documentary shooting and editing, we used to come back home at late night or even at 2 or 1 in the night. And my parents were never agree with that. They knew that I'm doing something good and it's gonna help me.
Absolutely, we couldn't have done this without our parents' support. I have with me Wijdan's father. Assalamualaikum, uncle.
Walaikum salam.
So let's hear from him how he feels about Wijdan's involvement in the fellowship. तो अंकल आपको कैसा लगता है विजदान ने जब ये फेलोशिप किया, आपने विजदान में क्या क्या चेंजेस देखे?
चेंज उसमें क्या क्या चेंज आ गई? चेंज ये तो मेरा बच्चा जो पहले इस प्रोग्राम में गया, मुझे पता नहीं था, उसने देखा मैं उधर जाऊंगा, इधर कॉल है मर्सी कौर की तरफ, मैंने तो देखो शाम को आता था, मैं उसको देखता, मैं उसको तो किताबें खोलता, उनका प्रोग्राम क्या था, मुझे लगता था आगे जा रहा है। जब आपने वो कंडक्ट किया उधर संतूर में वो प्रोग्राम समिट किया, उनके पेरेंट उसको बुलाया, आई वॉज वेरी मच अमेज्ड when I saw my son, others little kids to speak fluently, give their viewers fluently before such a great audience. It was very much amazing. I could not expect these things without having these programs. After conclusion of this program, मैंने बच्चे को विजन को यही बोला कि जब भी ये प्रोग्राम लगेगा, अपने अडोस नेबर बच्चों को, फ्रेंड्स को, रिलेटिव्स बच्चे हैं, बेटियां हैं, बहनें हैं, कोशिश करो सब इसमें इन्वॉल्व हो जाएंगे। मैं यही कहूँगा काश मैं भी बच्चा होता, मैं उधर जाता उनके साथ ये सीखता बहुत कुछ। मैं यही तमाम पेरेंट्स को मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है, एडवाइस है कि वो अपने बच्चों को इसमें साथ दें। आई एम वेरी मच प्राउड ऑफ हिम। बिफोर बीइंग प्राउड ऑफ हिम, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ योर मर्सी कोर हु कंडक्टेड these programs, make our children, kids so talented they could handle these things.
Wijdan has come a long way, hasn't he?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he has. There's a tremendous change in all the fellows, and we, on behalf of all of them,
Thank Mercy Corps Kashmir to have given us the opportunity to become who we are at the moment. We've become much more confident, more responsible, socially conscious and better human beings now.
We're glad that we were a part of such an extraordinary initiative, and I would like every young Kashmiri to experience this, because the change I see in myself and all the fellows is so positive and inspiring.
We end this here, but the journey to do better for our society continues.
We the change, be the change, see the change. We the change, speak the change, be the change, see the change.
Kashmir hum shaan